Okay. I'm working from home, so don't mind me. I keep wanting to get to a certain place before I start making my content, but it's like people have made um people have made their content, in their bonnets, not looking, as great. Because I see all these girls on Facebook, and I see all these girls on Twitter and Instagram, and all of them, they just look perfect. And, their eyebrows are always done. I naturally don't really need my eyebrows to be done and get a better look, because the filter makes me look like I don't have no eyebrows. But their eyebrows are done, hair is laid, always, styled and everything. But once I put this bonnet on and go to sleep and get up in the morning, whatever was done before I put this bonnet on is not done anymore. So I wouldn't take it off. And I usually wear a nurse's cap. Yeah, like I said, I usually wear a nurse's cap to work, but I want to start doing more with myself. Like, I'm 28. Like, I imagined before I was 28 that, what it would be like, not to be 28 specifically, like more, 21, because that's the ideal age where you could drink and go clubbing and, do adult stuff. Sorry, my trainer just sent something through the chat. And now he's about to start talking, so it's going to throw me off even more. Anyways, like I was saying, but I want to start doing more with my... And it's like sometimes I find myself really like getting emotional. Like the older I've been getting, I get more and more emotional. And I try to fight it back because, crying, especially on the internet, is frowned upon. But it's kind of like, I know why some people have done it. They want people to know that, they're not alone. And, you want to hear you're not alone. Even though there's going to be some assholes on the internet that will basically make you feel 10 times worse sometimes, or make you feel like you are the only one, you're not. Because there's going to be, those 5, maybe 4 courageous people after seeing your video be like, oh, I go through that too. I feel like this too. I thought I was alone. And that's something that us humans always think, that we're alone and everything, when we really all go through the same things. Maybe not the same time. Maybe we don't all go through them at the same times, but we all go through similar things. And it's unfortunate that people try to paint pictures like as if, oh no, that can never be me. Like, we always think it can never be us, but one day it could be one of us. It could be. I don't know. I'm not going to say I'm not happy. I'm not going to say I'm not proud of myself. But it's hard at the same time, because it's like in 2023 where things are, out there. How much money everybody's making, how much, you flourish and stuff like I forgot where I was going, and that's something that happens to me a lot too, because I smoke too much. And I'm considering that being something that I stopped, because when people always say, I stopped smoking weed, I'd be like, well, why? Like, what did we do? People make it seem like, weed is so bad, but because I don't really see nothing wrong with smoking weed. But a lot of people, have quit over the years and stuff like that. And I already always told myself, like, once I started smoking, because I started smoking late, like, especially for where I came from. I live in Waterbury, Connecticut. I grew up in Waterbury, Connecticut, raised in Waterbury, Connecticut. And I just moved to Florida when I was 26, 27 years old. And now I'm 28. I haven't been here a year. Only been here 7 months. But I was on and off, back and forth. Either way, it's like... But it's like, I don't really see nothing wrong with smoking weed. I feel like it helps me sleep sometimes when I can't sleep, even though sometimes I find myself smoking my whole freaking eighth in a night, and I just got it at 12 and it's gone by 5 because I'm just up, and I'm just like, well, if I'm up, I might as well smoke because smoking will put me to sleep. And by the time it's time for me to get up at 9, maybe sometimes 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm just now ready to doze off. My body's all, relaxed and everything. And that's another thing. Like, I've been having the most worst sleeping problems ever. But to be honest, it's just like, I can't keep letting time pass by and not, create my content and not create who I want to be. I look at all these videos, I look at all these things on Facebook, and it's like, I want so much for myself. I know people say, don't live through those things because people, they post what they want to post. Internet is fictional. And me, I know, they say that, stuff you see on Facebook and stuff isn't real life. But there are some people who really, they live this life. They've took time to build themselves up. Like, I reference this girl all the time because she's 23 and she reminds me so much of myself. And I hate to say it because this is where I am now in my life at 28. I could say, somebody who's, still in the same age bracket technically as me, because I'm in my 20s, whether it's late 20s or not. She's in her early 20s. She's 23, almost 24. But I only got 5 years on her, but the 5 years that I have on her, and in the 5 years that, that she has between, being younger than me, she's done so much. She has a very nice luxury apartment. She drives a 2023 luxury car. She has nothing but jewelry. She lives her life how she wants because she doesn't have any children yet. She travels a lot. She does nails for income, so she doesn't work a normal 9 to 5. So she doesn't work a normal 9 to 5 or anything like that. She does everything on her own, and she's kind of, built herself up. Like, she doesn't have to worry about anything. She's financially stable, and if she did want to have some children, she would be fine. Like, she would legit be fine. Like, I see her being friends with, like, the Kardashians and stuff like that, because that's how she lived. Like, she's, one of those people. And not to say I idolize those people and that's who I want to be or who I aspire to be like, but I want to live comfortable. People make it seem like money's not the objective and money's not the answer, but when you have money, you don't really have much to worry about. Money is what pays the bills. Money is what gets you places. You step out the house and that's already $100. But if you already stepping out the house negative $100, how you going to live? How you going to breathe? How you going to be comfortable? People make it seem like money's not the answer, but it is. Like, we all need money, and we all need money to be happy, because if you are broke, you're simply not happy. Like, yeah, there's poor people that do live, happy and comfortable because they live within their means. But the more that years go by and you realize that nothing is going to get cheap, nothing in this world is getting cheaper, only more expensive, then it's kind of like, how long are the poor people going to even be able to be happy being poor? Because even when you're poor, you still got to eat, you still got to shower. And it's like, I don't know. I'm just not going to ever agree with somebody who says, money is not the root to happiness. Money is the root to all evil. Money can't make you evil, because, having a lot of it gets you places and gets you things that if you don't have none, you won't have anything. And people idolize material things. People idolize what they don't have. So if you don't have money, you're going to, and some